off right now. There's a fine stream of sweat running down the back of my knees right now. It's very weird. Oversharing. All right. So the beautiful part about this grilled quail dish is we kind of go with a little Cajun-y kind of flavor, and then a lot of lemon juice, olive oil, bright, fresh ingredients. And this is just something quick and easy, anytime, and a crowd pleaser. Hey y'all, I'm Andy Knudson, the chef at Tillie's in Camp Lucy in Dripping Springs, Texas, and today I'm going to show you how to do a grilled quail with okra and radish salad. Well, the first thing we're going to do, we got to marinate the quail. Quail, bag, frozen freezer, extra juice. I like to get everything just like a nice little pat down just to kind of get that excess juice off. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a preference. What I want to do is I'm going to just gently brush them with olive oil so that way all our spices stick, and that'll really just help us kind of get a nice even coating and stuff like that. Give them a little brush, you know. I like to start with salt personally. Kind of brings a little bit of the moisture out, like a brining something. It's like a dry brine. Salt helps. Longer it sits, better your meat's going to taste. I'm a little heavy-handed if you've eaten my food. It's very aggressively seasoned. I'm big on flavors, big on spices, utilizing these kind of things. So I tend to go a little bit more overboard. Yeah, so what we're using here is bluegrass, designed by my friend Lior. It's kind of like his kind of play on like what a Cajun spice would be. It's absolutely fantastic. So one other thing I really like to do to kind of just give it that little extra, little lemon zest, give you a little bit of a pop, and just brings out a little bit more brightness of everything. Just kind of wakes up the spices, wakes up the flavor of the quail. So same kind of deal. Just going to transfer my plate over, make sure I got everything seasoned the way I like it. I'm a firm believer, season both sides of what you're cooking because you eat both sides of it. Get all those little nooks and crannies. You can do this right before you go on the grill, or you can do it the day before, or even 2 days before. It's just going to make it taste better the longer it sits. All right, while these are marinating, we're going to prep the rest of the stuff. Quail is marinating. Now we got to do a little bit of knife work. Start with the okra, straightforward, simple. I love grilled okra. It's got a ton of flavor. It's a very underutilized vegetable. Basically, all we're going to do is we're just going to give them the old hot dog cut right down the center. And I have a plethora of okra that we're not going to need all of it. The recipe's got all this stuff in it. So next thing we'll do is a little cherry tomato. I have a little trick in my back pocket here. 2 deli lids. You get your to-go food in it. I do the old trick here. Just throw them all in there. Lid to lid. Serrated knife works really nice. All we want to do is really just blister this tomato once it goes on the grill and then just set it aside. I love charred tomatoes, so we're going to use all of them. We're going to do a little red onion. We're going to do it kind of 2 ways in this recipe. I'm also making this up as it goes, so sorry for who's editing this recipe later. Quick, easy onion on this one. You know, in school, YouTube, they teach you cut an onion like this, make your dice. You don't have to. An onion's built like a rainbow. Follow the rainbow. So we're doing some slice on this one, about 1/4 inch thick, and we'll have that ready to go. And then kind of the same thing on following the rainbow. We won't go all the way to the back of the onion. We'll keep it towards the front. So same thing, we're going to do a nice little small dice for our raw stuff, just for the salad, and you'll impress your friends every time with how nice your knife cuts are. All right, next, the radish, the infamous radish. Most people eat raw, they don't cook them, they don't understand how great they are cooked. These beautiful greens, I'm going to save them. Just kind of pick any of the weird little stuff out, keep that to the side. It's going to be amazing in the salad. Got a little tartness, a little pepperiness from the greens. Always make sure to give them a good wash. Very sandy if you're getting off your grocery store shelf. I'm leaving the green. I'm leaving all the little bits on there. It's just flavor at the end of the day. You wash your vegetables really well, unless it's not meant to be eaten, peel it. If it's meant to be eaten, keep it on there. It's just flavor. Voila. The last little thing that we're going to do is just kind of give our olives a little ringette slices here. And your call kind of at the end of the day. I like a little crushed caper, chopped caper, kind of the end of the deal. Or you can leave them whole. These are really nice small ones. I'm just going to kind of just run my knife through them just to break it up a little bit for the dressing. Now what we're going to do, we're going to just kind of toss our vegetables, a little bit of olive oil, salt. We're going to get them grilling. Whole reason we're going to grill these before the quail is so it cools down and doesn't kill our beautiful salad. Take our radishes, hit them with a little bit of the olive oil, a little salt. Toss those together, nice, happy. Same thing, okra, it's going to drink the olive oil. So go a little bit heavier on it, same thing, salt, see my heavy hand again. And last thing, a little bit of the tomatoes, a little more olive oil, voila, touch more salt. My bowls are getting smaller, it's getting harder. And then the onions we'll toss in with that okra. They'll cook in about the same amount of time, one less step. Alrighty. Cool, so all of our vegetables are prepped. One of the biggest things, I would use a grill pan for everything. However, there's acid in tomatoes. Go into your grill pan, it's just gonna cause a mess you don't wanna deal with. Be safe, don't put acid in your grill pans. So I built this handy dandy little aluminum trough. Same thing, you'll still get the char off the grill. You'll get all those good things. They'll stew a little bit. Just go right on, be very careful. Right onto your grill, let those do their thing. Alrighty. So now we're gonna add our radishes. We're gonna get these colored. Get a little color. We're not gonna cook them all the way through. We're gonna get a nice char on them. You still keep that raw kind of feel. We don't want mushy, we want some crunch texture of the salad. So let these cook 5-6 minutes. Got the tomatoes going on the side, everything at the front, start to get that color. All right, now we're gonna add the okra and onions, get that going. Same thing, we'll give her that char. Not 100% mushy cook, but just nice and fast cook. One of the greatest things about this pan, and one of my favorite things about this pan, is you have control over what you're cooking, just like cooking in your house. You can saute, you can go back to your grill. You're not chasing stuff around and it's falling through. It's a tool that just makes a ton of sense. I'm happy with where we're cooked on everything. We've got some color, we've got some wilt to our onions. It's gonna eat delicious. So that goes right into there. Same thing with our radishes. We've got beautiful color. They're kind of crunchy. They're soft on the outside, crunchy on the inside. Flavors there with the char. That goes in there. And our tomatoes. All that, a little charred, a little stewed, quite fantastic. We'll just kind of stir all this together. Kind of let it just come down to like room temperature, or you can refrigerate it, whatever you want. And we'll save that. We'll grill some quail and build a salad. So we've cleaned everything up. We got everything nice and hot. I like to grill the breast side down first, kind of see them to start to sear. Don't want to really overcrowd our pan, so we probably do about 3 in this size pan, nice and comfortably. And you can really start to smell those spices that we put on here starting to toast right off the bat. So, and if you're cooking on a grill with a cover, we can just roll that cover down, put them back in, wait 2-3 minutes. We're gonna check them, make sure we're not burning the skin, flip them over, continue to cook. So we got these buttes right here. Woo! Like those turkeys you get at Thanksgiving that pop when they're done. It's the same thing. So when you look at the quail, that bone's starting to expose and pull back. We're getting close. So now that these are cooking, we got about 2 or 3 more minutes. We'll pull these off, let them rest. While we're cooking and letting them rest, we're gonna toss our salad, put everything together. I'm hungry. Stupid simple, very easy. No knife skills required. I love green onion. It's just fresh, it tastes good. I'm gonna kind of go a little larger cuts on the green parts because I just think it's fun, it's different. Everybody slices them very thin. We're putting everything into the bowl that we took all of our beautiful grilled okra, radishes, and tomato in. Parsley, we're just gonna kind of give it a rough chop. This will help make our salad look taller. Basil, kind of same thing. I love fresh herbs. It's one of my favorite things to cook with. It's underrated. My refrigerator is completely filled with them at all times. But same thing, just kind of either run your knife through them or just hand tear them. Everybody goes in. Capers, olive, think of that as salt. So before you start just throwing salt into something, these are salty. Alrighty, bring that over to here. We're gonna add a good amount of our arugula to start. A little red onion just for a little more texture, flavor, sharpness. And our little radish greens that we saved off the top. Just run them through just a touch. Everybody in. Kind of see it, it's a little big. Use a little bigger bowl if you have one. I'm gonna take my lemons, our one that we used this season. Use that. Same thing with this one. Nifty juicer. Fresh squeeze is better than buying it already squeezed. We use about 2 lemons for what we've got here. And then we'll use just a decent amount of olive oil. Definitely want it dressed. Like I said, while we're only putting a little bit of the arugula in now, it's gonna wilt just a touch with the acid of the oil, or the weight of it. You really just wanna get in there and give it a nice little toss. Let everything get happy. We have this beautiful, beautiful salad. All right, now it's the fun part. Time to plate. We've got our beautiful grilled quail. They've rested nicely. I just want to give them a little cut in half, a little bit more manageable for on the plate, and we can just make it look a lot of fun. It's, you know, everybody eats with their iPhone first. A few more quail in there, and then just a little bit of bluegrass, just to kind of finish it off. I think it's just a little of that raw spice flavor versus the grilled, just to contrast it. Well, it's time to eat. Let's dig in, baby. All right, well, we've taken out the big platter. Acid, grill flavor. Bluegrass. Damn, that's good. I would put that on the menu. So with this dish, a lot of really fun things going on. You get the char from the grill, char from the okra, the onions, the radish. You still have some raw elements in it. So you have crunch, you have texture, acid, fat, the sweetness and umami from the oven roasted tomatoes. This kind of really brings the whole dish together. And you can do it with anything. Doesn't have to be quail. Absolutely fantastic dish. Hope to see you out in Dripping Springs. I'm Andy Knudson. I'm out.
Good, cut.